Hello to everyone. Hope you all be fine and doing well. This is the second video, especially the second episode of previous videos. If you didn't watch it, I am adding its link at the end of video. Just click and watch it. So therefore, in this video, I am going to show you more details about the power of knights and bishops in the beginning of the game. So watch the video till to end, and if you like it, please subscribe the channel and share it with your friends. Hello my dear friends, hope you all be fine and doing well. Thank you so much for joining me again. Thank you so much for joining in your channel. My dear friends, in previous video I showed you the power of knights and bishops in the beginning of the game as a perspective of white pieces. But in this video I am going to show you the power of knights and bishops, or in a best way, how to use knights and bishops perfectly in the beginning of the game, as in this game you are playing as a black against your opponent. So without wasting the time, let's get started the game. In this position, your opponent is pushing the pawn into e4. As you know that this is the most common lines that your opponents are playing, and majority of the chess players are starting their game by pushing the pawn into e4. In this position, you just simply respond to your opponent by pushing the pawn into e5. Now your opponent is taking his knight into f3, as he is attacking to your weak pawn in the center. In this position, you have this option to defend from your pawn, but I am going to show you the other lines that you can play with your opponent, and that is called the Petrov's defense. You are neglecting from your pawn and directly activating your knight into f6. Now your opponent is seeing that your pawn in the center has no defender. So in fact, you are sacrificing your pawn. So in this position, if your opponent captures the pawn, so in this position, you just simply take out your knight. So now your opponent has two options. The first option is capturing the knight, replacing, and the second option is taking back his knight. So as you know that in the beginning of the game, it is not good to take back your knight. From other hand, your opponent is thinking, I already won a pawn. Why I should not exchange my knight? And also, I am damaging the pawn structure of my opponent. So therefore, your opponent is capturing your knight. So in this position, you keep in mind that you have to capture the knight with the pawn that you can free your bishops. So see my dear friends, in this position, your bishops are free to move, and from other hand, now you are attacking to your opponent's center pawn. So in this way, your opponent is simply pushing the pawn and protecting from his weak pawn. In this position, you just simply take your bishop into c5. As you see my dear friends, and here as a black you are one pawn down, but keep in mind that you are in a very good position. If your opponent doesn't fall in your trap, it is not a big issue, because now with this setup you can play against any opponent. So one of the worst move for your opponent is taking his bishop into g5. Believe me my dear friends, this is a blunder from your opponent's side, because he is thinking that he pinned your knight, but in fact in this position you have the best move. And let's show you. Fantastic. You are capturing the pawn. You are capturing the pawn. In fact, in this position you are sacrificing your pieces. The first one is queen, and the second one is your knight. What happens my dear friends in this position if your opponent decides to capture your knight? If he captures your knight, so by his surprise, you have this brilliant move, and that is capturing the pawn and giving fantastic check to your opponent. In this position, your opponent cannot capture your bishop because you are targeting the queen. For example, if he captures, so now you are simply capturing the queen, and you are one queen up. Definitely, you are winning the game easily. What happens in here if your opponent is not capturing your bishop? And instead of that, your opponent is moving his king into e2. Now you have another best move, and that is giving a fantastic check by your bishop and also targeting your opponent's queen. So in this position, whatever your opponent does, so you are simply capturing the queen. Again, you are bringing too much pressure on your opponent. Definitely in this position, your opponent will resign and he will not able to continue the game. So my dear friends, let me show you the other lines that your opponents can play. So my dear friends, coming back to the main line. In this line, as you capture the pawn by your knight, in fact, you sacrifice your queen and your knight. I explained that what happens if he captures your knight. Now I am analyzing to you what happens if your opponent captures your queen. Maybe he is not able to calculate the entire game. So in this position, my dear friends, you have this fantastic move, and that is capturing the pawn and giving a fantastic check to your opponent. In this position, your opponent cannot capture your bishop because your bishop is protected and defended by your knight. So there is only one square remained for your opponent, and that is e2. Now you have checkmate in only one move. Can you find it, my dear friends? Checkmate in only one move. Brilliant. And that is giving a fantastic check by your bishop. And this is not just a simple check. In fact, this is a checkmate. So finally, by giving this fantastic checkmate by your bishop, you can control all the squares and you can checkmate your opponent. Now, my dear friends, analyze with yourself that how your knight and bishops targeted the game. Even though you sacrificed your queen, but still you dominated the entire game. So therefore, this is the power of knight and bishops. In the previous video, I showed you how to checkmate your opponent with combo of knights and one bishop. But in this video, by the helping of two bishops and one knight, you can take the victory from your opponent and change the game for your benefit. So thank you so much, my dear friends, for watching this fantastic video, and I hope you enjoyed from watching this video. If you like the video and the contents that I'm making, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends. I'm trying my best to make lots of good videos for you and enhance your skill in chess. All of them in simple English language that you people should understand easily, without any doubt, without any hesitation. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.